Do you ever find yourself scrolling on Instagram or Amazon or Facebook or YouTube and you see all these really cool kitchen gadgets, and before you know it, your entire kitchen is filled with all these gadgets that you have never used before? Guilty. Definitely guilty. What can I say? I love a good kitchen gadget. Like, I can visualize what it is I'm gonna make with that. The actual implementation of that, well, that's a whole nother story. But today, I have rounded up my top 15 Amazon kitchen must-haves that I use time and time and time again, like an almost everyday basis. These are the kitchen gadgets that are gonna make your life easier. You are going to get your money's worth, honey. And if you missed part 1 of this video, I'll go ahead and link it in that description box below, and I'll also pin it in the comments section. If you're watching from a TV or an iPad, you can scan this QR code right here and it will take you to all of my favorite kitchen must-haves. There's also gonna be one nice link in the description box and pinned in the comment section that's gonna take you to everything in this video. That way you don't have to click back and forth for each product here in the description box on YouTube and Amazon. If you wanna do that, cool. I just wanna make it easy. Speaking of making it easy, let's talk about our first Amazon kitchen gadget. And when I say I love these items, like, I am not even joking you, like, love. Yes, these clear stackable drawers. Now, these are not only great for your kitchen, you can imagine they'd be great for a bathroom, pantry, a closet, an office, anywhere you want to store stuff and stack it and maximize that vertical space. They are a #1 bestseller. In fact, over 10,000 of these have been purchased within the past month. I've ordered several packs of these because I love them so much. My pantry can start to look chaotic very quick with 4 kids and neighbor kids and adults, and I just needed a way to streamline everything. So these clear organizers have done exactly that. And they've utilized the space in my pantry, which otherwise, I don't know, I didn't make the best use of space prior to using these clear stackable bins. They look so chic, they look so elevated and high end. I just love when the snacks are all stacked nicely in there. You know, you got all the Cheez-Its, the pretzels, the, I don't know, whatever else, the fruit pouches, the skinny pop that stacks so nicely in there. And when it looks nice and organized, it makes me and my family want to keep it that way. My kids no longer, well, very rarely go through the pantry and just kind of destroy everything. I used to have these big bins with all the snacks and just look cluttered and chaotic and not very nice. But when it's neat and organized, you're like, ooh, yes, I will have these pretzels. Like, ooh, yes, I will have these Pringles. I feel so fancy because it looked fancy coming out of the container. But you get the point. A little bit of a side tangent. Can you tell I like these clear, stackable organizers? In fact, I think it's almost been an entire year that I have been using these and still obsessed. Let's move on to the next product because clearly I could talk about this one for the entirety of the video while you have fallen asleep on the other end of this camera. I don't know what it is today. I'm a little extra spicy. I only had 1 cup of coffee. Maybe it's a good night's sleep. Maybe it's, I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Uncommon Goods. The holidays are just around the corner, and what says I love you, I'm thinking about you, than a gift that you often cannot find anywhere else. That's what Uncommon Goods has. Basically, if you're looking for a unique gift, one of a kind, Uncommon Goods has you covered. When you shop Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. You know, I love that. I got this all natural candle that has the month January. That is the month that I was born, but you can personalize this to whoever you're giving it to. But it smells amazing, and look at how beautiful that is. I love personalized gifts. Friends and family love personalized gifts. I also opted for these shower steamers. Now, I may keep some of these for myself. Maybe I'll give them away. I don't know, but I love them. If you've never used these before, you just put them in your shower and it just elevates and invigorates your shower experience. So not only are you getting these amazing gifts for yourself or a loved one, a friend, or a complete stranger, but you can't find these gifts anywhere else, and you are supporting artists and small independent businesses. You can go ahead and scan this QR code on screen right now if you're watching from your TV or your iPad, and you're gonna get 15% off your next Uncommon Goods purchase. These clear stackable fridge bins. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah. Love these. These just make my fruits and vegetables look so nice in my refrigerator. Get them out of the packaging. What else do I want to say about these? It maximizes the vertical space inside of the refrigerator. I can find things easier. It looks nicer. They do exactly what they say that they are supposed to do. My fridge game has been game changed over this past year because of the nice organizers that I've used. Previously, we just like shove everything in the refrigerator and like hope nothing fell out when you opened the door. Okay, maybe that is a little dramatic, but it did look pretty horrendous. Not anymore. They stack, they pull, they look nice. They keep my produce exactly where it needs to be, which is, well, neat, organized, and lasting as long as humanly possible within my refrigerator. This isn't an entire kitchen organization video, but I just realized this is the first several products here, because kitchen organization can make your kitchen look bigger than it actually is, help you to spend less because you can find what you need faster. I could go on and on about it. Let's talk about these clear bins now. I have purchased these over and over again, not only for the kitchen and my freezer, but all around my house. Bins, love it. Contain it, yes. But what I love about these in particular for the freezer is they hold up nicely. I can keep things separated rather than everything just getting dumped in the inside, you know, the ice packs and the breakfast sandwiches and the ice creams and the fruits and the veggies and the things that are half eaten that you don't want in the box, taking up precious real estate. I mean, all the things that we keep in our freezers. It's just nice containment. I can find it easier. And here's the bonus. Sometimes maybe you get like chicken patties or chicken nuggets and crumbs start to fall to the bottom of your freezer. Not anymore. It will collect inside of these bins, and then you can easily dump the bins or clean out the bins. What is it about those chicken patty bags? Like, are they not sealed? Why are there all these crumbs all over the inside of my freezer? Oh, these spice jars. They are just gorgeous. And they have a spice for any possible spice that you can think of. I mean, there are labels in this kit. I'm like, what is that? I never heard of that spice before. Like, people use that? Clearly they do, and I live under a rock. Over 3,000 people have purchased this spice kit within the past month, and many of these items are currently on sale right now. So if you see something you like, make sure that you snag it and put it in your cart. It comes with a couple different label options, so you can pick the one that works for you. And again, almost a year I've been using these spice jars, and I still love them. I open my spice cabinet, I get excited. They look so beautiful. This pull-out cabinet organizer was viral on Instagram last year. I'm like, I gotta get my hands on that. And so I did, probably last January, and I'm still loving this. It's so easy to access items. Within my cupboard, I can just pull out the drawer, get what I need, rather than having to like bend down, dig in the back, move things around. It's just not convenient. When I'm in my kitchen, I need to get things quickly and fast because I got 4 kids. Mom. My gosh, people always ask me this. Andrea Jean, is having 4 kids harder than 3 kids or 2 kids? Is 3 kids have, you know, well, you get the point. Heck to the yes. You have an entire human being with he or she's own needs, wants, desires, struggles, demands. I mean, that's just a whole nother package, you know, that requires a lot of care and attention. So yes, 4 kids is definitely harder than 3, and I guarantee that 5 is definitely harder than 4. However, I think in those cases, a lot of times the older ones start helping out with the younger ones, but I don't know, 4 is my max. It's already a lot of kids. Love my kids, but 4 is a lot of kids. I don't know why we're getting into this. I think because the kitchen is the hub of all things life. So if I can make my life easier and your life easier, I'm like, yes, I have done a good job. But let's move into our next product. Oh, might I say, I love this pull drawer organizer. I loved it so much. I bought another one. I have not yet to install that one. Been a little bit busy, but it's in my office right over there. Just waiting for me. Soda can organizers or bubbly water organizers. We mostly have bubbly water or a lot of protein shakes. I'm gonna link my favorite soda can organizers because I've tried quite a few of them, and there are a few that I absolutely love. One I have, you just push your item in there and then they just come out to you very nicely. Like there's a little spring in the back and then it pops forward. It looks so nice. It's fun to use. But I also got a vertical one because in our refrigerator downstairs where all of our beverages are housed, I needed to utilize that vertical space a little bit better. So I love these stackable soda can organizers. I also have an expandable soda can organizer, which I love as well, and I've shown in previous videos. So I'm gonna include all of my favorites down below. There's something about opening your refrigerator, if it's like a soda sort of drink place, and you open it up and it's all nice in there, and you're like, yeah, how you doing? These shelf risers, over 3,000 people have purchased them within the past month. Again, vertical space, maximizing your vertical space. I'm trying to find a different way to say that because I feel like I've said that like 500 million times. But anyway, you want to create more space in your kitchen or bathroom or office or anywhere. These are awesome. They look super chic. Again, I probably have had these for a year and a half, and I love them. Not only do they serve a function by ensuring that you can organize better, you can utilize your space even better, but they look so nice. If you don't like the bamboo white version that I got, they do come in several different color options, so pick the one that you like best. This one right now, you know, I had tried a previous vacuum mop, I won't name the name, and it was fine. However, it started to stink. When it comes to vacuum mop combinations, you do have to clean them out, even though there's often a self-cleaning option. So I gave up a while ago on them, but then I came across this Bissell one, and I do love all things Bissell. I have so many of their products that I've had for years and years and years. Carpet cleaner, the little green machine. I had the steam shot, I still have the steam shot, although I think there was a recall on that one at some point, but maybe it's back in the market, I don't know. Anyway, I never had any issues with it, I loved it. So back to this Bissell vacuum and mop combination. I've never had any issues with the smell. It's super, super easy to clean, and let me tell you this, when I clean with this, I cannot believe how dirty my floors are. I had thought they were clean. I would clean, a couple days prior with a mop, or maybe I'd use my Swiffer, which I also really like. Press the button, it's electric, it shoots out steam. What is that thing called? Swiffer Wet Jet. Also, I do think they have a newer version out that they have, there's a different name for it. But anyway, back to this. This is amazing and disgusting all at the same time, because you're like, I can't even believe my floors look like that. We don't wear shoes in the inside of the house. I clean my floors and vacuum them on a regular basis. I mean, I pretty much vacuum my floors every day because of the kids and the crumbs and the food and things from the outside coming into the inside, but this works awesome. I love this. Over 4,000 people have purchased this combo within the past month. You can go hardwood floors, you can go over tile floors, you can go over your carpeting, you can do it all. And I love the things, I can just do it all. Moving on, although I am very weirdly excited about the vacuum mop, it's just very satisfying. Like, it gives me a sense of, control in my life when things are clean and organized. Moving into this Snackle box divided serving tray. Again, I've had this. I love this not only in the summertime or in my refrigerator, so we can easily grab healthy fruits and vegetables and just pull it out rather than everyone, gravitating toward the chips and things when it's mealtime and everyone's really hungry. I'm like, look, I have carrots and tomatoes and apple slices. That they do get excited about. I get excited about the vegetables. My kids, mostly just the fruits. But this has been absolutely wonderful. Now, I bring this to this video because, well, one, it is one of my top 30 kitchen items that I use on a regular basis. But two, the holiday season is very near upon us with, Thanksgiving, Christmas, going places, parties, just a lot of eating. This is genius. You can prep everything, pull it out from your refrigerator. Now, I opted for the clear white version, but this does come in a variety of different color options. This, by the way, would also make a wonderful gift idea. If I got this as a gift, I would be like, this is amazing. And right now it's on sale for a limited time for about $13. So depending upon your budget, you could load up this snack divided serving tray box, whatever you want to call it, with goodies. Maybe you want to do candies for a movie night and popcorn, hot cocos. Oh, we're getting excited now, aren't we? But the individual containers themselves also come out. So, you can divide it up amongst your kids. You can do whatever you want with this. I love this hands down. Great purchase. This egg organizer, I've tried a lot of different egg organizers, and this is the one that has continued to stick around. It's sleek design. I love it. You pull one egg out, the next one comes. You can load up all your eggs in there. You can even stack things on top of this should you need to. You can put your eggs inside the door. This does fit in that, side pouch thing on the door. What is it? What the heck is that thing even called? Door hook, door shelf? I think we'll call it a door shelf. It fits in the door shelf. The price point on this is awesome considering I use this every single day and I've had this for almost a year straight. I just love it. It looks beautiful, it's functional, it solves a problem. My eggs are happy, mom is happy. I get asked this question a ton. Andrea, how do you store your fruit? I have a couple products that I like, but the one that I'm gonna talk about today are these clear rectangular ones. Now on the inside of them, there's a little tray so that the fruits and vegetables do not sit directly on the the container's contents, causing them to mold and spoil faster. These allow better airflow. It allows your fruits and vegetables to last longer, which I love. They're stackable. The sleek design is awesome. I use this every single day, every single week. We can pull them out when we need to. We can put them away and tuck them in nicely. Now, one regret I have is I wish I would have bought more, but I still can. Your produce stays fresher for longer. You save yourself money. Everything's neat and organized. Again, purchase over and over again. Now this is awesome. Over 10,000 people have purchased this Uncrustable maker within the past month. 10,000 people. Now I love a good Uncrustable. I mean, you can get like the hazelnut chocolate one, you can get berry, mixed berry, honey and peanut. I mean, the possibilities at the store now of Uncrustables are endless. And yes, they do a great job. However, it can be quite pricey and spendy when it comes down to each individual Uncrustable. What if you don't want it frozen? What if you want to save some money? What if you want to make your own variation of Uncrustable? Let's say turkey and cheese, you could do bacon, you could do ham, you could do anything that you really want to. You could do an egg and cheese sandwich inside there. You clamp it down and it makes the perfect Uncrustable sandwich. I love the little bear ears on it so you can press down nicely. I bought sort of this teal blue color, but it does come in a variety of different color options if you wanted to coordinate with your kitchen or you're giving this away as a gift idea. If someone gave this to me as a gift, I would say, wow, that is incredibly genius. I love this. My kids can easily make their own Uncrustable sandwiches. They don't like the butts of the bread. Now you can reuse those. I have showed this on Instagram stories at Andrea Jean-Co, where you can use the bread ends, the bread butts, if you will. Those are the ends of the bread. My kids don't like those either. And you can make French toast cups. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram stories, make sure that you do at Andrea Jean-Co, because every single day I share daily deals, deep discounts, behind the scenes, so many things that I can't necessarily put here on YouTube. In fact, in the description box below in the comments section, I'm also going to link my Amazon lunchtime must-haves to help you prep great breakfast, lunch, dinners. I just call it lunchtime. I just call it lunchtime must-haves because, well, that's usually when we're eating away from home, but my kids are always eating away from home, I feel like. In fact, my 2 daughters tonight, I have to bring them dinner in the car to get from one event to the next event. And by event, I mean activity, extracurricular activity. But anyway, that entire list of lunch must-haves is gonna be linked down below. Super fun stuff that I use on an everyday basis. I can't tell you how many lunches that I have packed over these 11 years of having kids. And even before that, I always packed my own lunch when I would go into a corporate office setting. Yeah, lunch packing ninja. Just kidding. This 3-tier stand, I am obsessed with this. Now, you can use it for fruits and vegetables and anything that you want nicely displayed in your kitchen or your pantry and you want easy access to, but you can use it for snacks as well. I've shown that before on Instagram and Instagram Reel, where you can put different snack options in here. Maybe you want to give your kids, you know, limited options, but still give them the ability to choose. Sometimes when there's so many snacks to choose from, at least in my case, my 5-year-old will be in the pantry for like what feels like 5 hours because there's so many choices. But if it's nicely arranged on this 3-tier stand, you know, there's choice, but not as many. That's a whole other strategy when it comes to parenting. But back to this 3-tier stand. I love this. It's so easy to clean. It looks nice and streamlined in my kitchen. I don't like a lot of stuff on my kitchen counters and cabinets because it will make your kitchen look smaller and cluttered, and people are then more likely to put more stuff on the kitchen counters. But this is something that continues to stay because it serves a function and it just looks beautiful. And the price point is amazing considering I use this every single day. This is a great display piece as well if you're having parties and you, man, you could put nuts in there, you could put little candies and mints in there. Whole new level with this. This kitchen prep set was a splurge for me. I bought last year. Again, still loving it. It comes in a variety of different colors. I got sort of that oatmeal, cream, beigey, white color, if you will. Here's why I love it so much. One, I've had it for almost an entire year and we use it every single day and I still love it. But it's so nice and organized and streamlined. I used to have those little cylinder containers and you put all the spoons in or all little things in. It just never looked great. And then there was a bunch of things in there that I didn't really use on an everyday basis. Again, I only want on my kitchen counters what I use on an everyday, consistent basis. I don't need whisks out there. I don't use a whisk every day. I don't need 10 different spatulas out there. I just need one to flip the eggs or flip the whatever, the ground beef, whatever it is I'm making for that particular day, because I do a lot of cooking. The knife block is magnetic. It comes with nice kitchen scissors, which again, we use on almost everyday basis. I can't say enough good things about this. I am so glad I took the splurge and I got this. Wonderful. When my husband saw the price on this, he was like, oh, my word. But oftentimes you pay for what you get. Oh no, you get what you pay for. And I have purchased a lot of bad butcher block. I mean, butcher blocks that have all of these steak knives in them. We don't eat steak, so why does this butcher block have all these steak knives taking up real estate? You know what I mean? Can't be the only weirdo that thinks that. I feel like this butcher block, this prep set is what they're calling it on Amazon, is perfectly designed. My last product in this kitchen must-have series, although there are still kitchen products I wanted to include, but it's just because again, I do a lot of cooking, I do a lot of lunch prepping, but I had to narrow it down. So maybe part 3. I don't know, it seems a little excessive, right? But maybe not, because I do so much cooking in my kitchen. Stay tuned. But moving into this kitchen warming mat, love this for a variety of reasons. I mean, it looks beautiful, it rolls up nicely, you just plug it in. Your kids, if they come home at various times based on their sporting activities and you still want them to have a nice warm meal that they're not having to reheat into a microwave, this is awesome. Also, because the holidays are just ahead of us, if you're making a pot roast, I don't know why pot roast came to mind. You're making the green beans, you're making the potatoes, you're making the casseroles, the stews, the different things that you want to serve, and you want to keep them nice and warm. You can put this warming mat wherever you need to keep the contents at their perfect temperature. You can even use this to thaw. You could use it to melt chocolate. You know those pretzels with the almond bark on them and that you dip. Oh, those are so good. In fact, I'm going to be making those hopefully in the next few days once I get all my work done. When I have time, I love to just play around the kitchen and try different things, and it's just a nice time. This warming mat is not only wonderful for you, but it is an amazing gift idea. If somebody got this for me, I would be like, wow, this is super practical and functional, something you can use on an everyday basis depending upon how you function in your everyday life, but also it's really great for the holidays, Mother's Day, anytime you're having people over and you want to keep things nice and warm. And it stores so nicely, it's compact design and organized. Love it. And make sure you scan this QR code on screen now to get 15% off your purchase at Uncommon Goods, or go ahead and click that link in the description box below to access your 15% off. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at Andrea Jean-Co so that you are the first to know and you never miss out. And again, everything's linked down below and pinned in the comments section. But we have got to keep the fun going, as well as part 1 of this series here will be down below. But if you want to watch this video, click it on screen now. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.